Hey Heartfeeler, welcome to today's video about one of the principal practices of authentic relating, which is welcome everything. What I'd love to do with you is I would love to go into what that actually means and then apply it straight into my personal life, and I'm going to give you an insight about what's happening for me right now and also the more vulnerable parts that I'm welcoming right now to make it easier for you to role model it, how it could look like for you, and to practice authentic relating with you in this way and really applying the principle from the theory to the practice. Let's get started. By the way, if you're not yet part of the Heartfeeler community, feel free to click that, that's actually the subscriber button, so we can nourish that community and you can get updated whenever a new input and a new video for you to implement into your life comes out. So the basic idea of welcoming everything in authentic relating means that whatever arises in my awareness, whatever comes up in my experience, in my reality, I intend to welcome it. I have this openness to receive it, receive the feelings, even if they're anger and sadness and overwhelm and whatever that is, having this intention to hold them in in a welcoming space. What this does, and why this is also the first principle of authentic relating practices, is that if I am able and more practice, and this is an ongoing practice, all of those practices that I'm going to share with you, I do in my daily life. I actually do this stuff and I'm just talking about it. They are lifelong practice. So it's not like tick, all well done, I welcomed everything for the next two years. Now, it's literally like meditation. It's something that is ongoing. So what happens is if I welcome myself with my experience, is that I have the capacity and more the expanding capacity to welcome others with their experience, welcoming them by listening to them without judging them, without needing to change them, without needing to fix them or push against them or even just guard myself like you have to go away. This is the value of this first practice, the more I welcome myself and allow myself to be there with whatever comes up and hold this in this almost like a neutral, gentle, motherly embrace. This is how it feels like, kind of holding them myself, the more I'm able to provide the space for other people. And that is the first principle of authentic relating. That is the theory part. Now, I would love to practice with you, like literally with you right now, to apply this to my personal life. I would like to mention that if I mention a name, I changed it. Doesn't really matter if you know this person or not, because this is my experience that I'm welcoming. So to start off with, what I do if I go into actively welcoming everything, I first connect with my heart, and what helps me there is like putting my hands on my heart, usually both, but there's the microphone. So I'll just do this with you for a while, and you can also do that and see what that changes with the intention to welcome everything, whatever it is in your life. I'm just feeling into my heart right now, feeling the warmth of my heart, and sharing with you what is happening for me right now, being here with you. And already this gesture, for me, doing that gesture already is an invitation for welcoming myself, welcoming everything. So right now I'm noticing, if I think about that sensitive, very active topic that I have right now, which is related to a man, let's call him Pete. And growing connection there, and me developing romantic feelings for this person. Like what I noticed there is like a sadness, like a heart sadness. So I'm welcoming this. Welcoming this heart sadness. I'm also welcoming the different perspectives and the different ways of the two of us, how we see intimate relationships and how the framework of that looks like and what that includes. I'm welcoming my my longing for experiencing this deep connection on all levels and really celebrating intimacy and sexuality on a, like, holding that in this sacred space. This is something that that is a value for me, like a very strong value, and yeah, so I'm welcoming that. I'm also welcoming right now the fantasy that this video is too slow for you, and this is kind of, oh gosh, okay, well, maybe you're already gone. This idea of having to perform something here and really like bringing over the value as I do on gut feelings. Welcoming that. I'm welcoming my courage to do this with you, so to share, like to use my own personal life to bring this concept, in this case, welcoming everything, to you who who's watching right now, in a sense of like using it as a way to serve the bigger picture, which I care about too. Instead of just lying in my bed and crying or just talking to my best friends about it, but really also, yeah, deciding to make this video and to put it out there. I welcome slowness and being gentle to myself, like in this in this sensitive topic that I'm experiencing, and also with this loneliness and like longing that I experienced for such a long time. Yeah, I welcome the sensitivity around that, and the that emotion, that pureness as well, and celebrating that as part of life, as part of me experiencing what it means to be human. Like, speaking about that, I also welcome the insight of sisterhood that this feeling of that I do care about other women involved in this case Pete's life, intimately involved, and that that I do care, that I'm not the active cause for somebody else's pain. And not even for my own. Like, I think I can avoid that, but my intention is to really live in my integrity, even if that means that I'm gonna lose the connection to Pete, because we see this very differently, and welcoming everything doesn't mean that I go along with everything, right? And that I do make decisions depending on checking in with myself, what I see best for the whole and what I see best for myself, as I'm part of the whole as well. I noticed that I welcome the the sensation of exploration with you, being here with you right now. And even if it's just one person watching this, heart feeler, this is you, I do feel it's worth it. Worth it. That's another word. I am welcoming the sensation that comes with worth it right now. Yeah, which brings me to like, worth it feels like the reason why tears are coming is kind of worth it, myself worth it. Worth it to make this video, worth it to be seen, worth it to contribute in this way, which is my way. My way of expressing, like from the depth of who I am right now as Peggy. Yeah, worth it is an interesting one. Okay, I'd like to bring this practice to an end with you. And again, the invitation is for you, if you like, for the week to come, if you want to experiment with that. And just in your day, maybe even it's just 5 minutes per day, just start with the hand gesture if that feels valuable for you and helpful. And then just tune into the moment and see what is there to welcome. And especially the things that are more like, well, that one I don't want, especially for myself. Yeah, I don't want to feel, I don't know, angry with that person, or my friend just had a car accident and hurt a cyclist, and that was one big part of her, that she was just feeling guilty and shameful, and it was very hard to not continue with that loop. And one thing I suggested to her is like to really see if she can welcome that part where she didn't see the person, and where she was cause for somebody else's pain, even if it was not intended. But like having this, I notice when I do this, like with myself, there is a peacefulness coming in. There is something like a breathing space, almost like, now everything is welcome. Like everything, no part in me has to struggle to be seen and to be accepted. And even for the other people, it has an effect if I intend to welcome everything to the best I can right now. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What are you today, right now in this moment when you're watching this, what are you welcoming?